We live? Well, let's do it. DEG. Granddaughter. 4:30 in the building. Yeah. Big game, we talk that. Made a path, we walk that. Skills max, streets got a bag, that's a real win. Never lost that, this dead end gaming. You know how we do. BZ and the granddad. That's player one, that's player two. New, we gon' talk about it. Review, we gon' talk about it. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, we gon' talk about it. Can't forget that PC. Best around this web B. Special guest from 9/11 right up out that family tree. We got it. Sonic's traveling real fast. Leveled up, but we the final boss. Nowhere else to go but this podcast. It's dead end gaming. Finna hit the mark. On point like the sharpest dart. If you tuned in, just know you smart. Press start.
What up, though? This is your boy BZ430 back again with part 2 of episode 231. This is the Soulslike games tier list. So, please don't be in your feelings too much, man. This is our opinions of what we think and some of y'all opinions. Because, this is the chat. I want the community to be a part of this too, because we definitely going to ask the community what y'all think of these certain tier games. But yes, I'm not here alone. I got the homie Granddad Willie with me, and a special guest, a friend of the show. First time in a minute he's been on with us, man. CoreyBliss, man. CoreyBliss, what up with you, bro?
What's happening, my brothers? Hope all is well.
Yes, man, everything is well, bro. Hope everything is well with you, man. Glad you took the time out. Look, it was funny because I was talking about it in the Discord, and you was like, I want in. In.
All right.
That man, look, I'm out in Texas for a few days for work, and I'm bored as shit out here. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh, something to do." Oh yes, please let me join. Please let me join and kick it with the homies for a little bit. I am bored out here.
Hey man, hey, we feel you, man. I know how the work trips be, bro. Hey, so I feel you, man. But hey, we appreciate you, man, taking the time though, and coming out and getting us right, making sure that we on the up and up with these souls like in these this tier list. So appreciate you, brother.
Man, appreciate y'all.
All right. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up the list and I'm going to go through the games that have been put on this list. And then we got ranks S down to D. And then I guess it's 3 of us here. So usually it's just me and B and we have the streets to break the tiebreaker. But since it's 3 of us here, like I think we can do that. But just for fun, Dio can still put up a poll and let the community also vote. And we'll see what the community vote as well is just for fun. But we gonna go ahead and because it's a tier list. It's not like really like a bracket where it's someone moves on, but like we'll have our say, and then we'll also see what if the street
like bracket won't be fine.
Yeah, we'll see what the streets also if the streets feel how we feel. So just a good little two-pronged approach. So let's go ahead and pull up the list here. All right, so I'm gonna go through the games that have been listed here. So we got Black Myth Wukong, Bloodborne, Cold Vein, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1. I believe, I'm not sure what this one is because there's no title on it, but I'm going to assume that's another Dark Souls game.
It's three's Dark Souls.
Okay, all 3 is Dark. Okay, so all 3 Dark Souls. And then Demon Souls, Elden Ring, Jedi Fallen Order, The First Berserker, Lies of P, Lords of the Fallen, Mortal Shell, Neo 2 and 1, Remnant 2, Sekiro, Jedi Survivor, The Surge 1 and 2, Thymesia, Wulong, and then Sacrifice for Redemption. All right. So those are the Souls-like games that are on the list. We're going to go from the top to the bottom. Or actually, no, let's go from the bottom to the top. Let's go from the end all the way to the beginning. Because I feel like as we progressively get to the bigger titles as we get there. So let's start with Sacrifice for Redemption. I don't know what the fuck that is. So, Corey, you start. Is it good?
Is it good?
No. Like,
it's a don't waste your time. It's a don't waste your time type of deal.
It's one of those drinks like, man, if you just, if you bored and like there's nothing else to play, when I mean like nothing else to play, and you're like, yeah, bro, let's try this. You gonna think about it, but you're not gonna play it.
Damn.
But you for sure gonna think about it.
Damn. No love. All right,
it's.
So that's
just go watch gameplay on there, and you'll see what I mean.
Automatic.
If you see the gameplay, it's like, yeah.
Automatic D tier.
So here's the I will say I don't think nothing on this game deserves to go a D tier. Nothing on this list. If it's the list BZ sent me, I don't think nothing belongs in D tier.
Oh, so you're feeling C.
It's peak mid. Like it's legit mid.
Look,
like
I'm going off what you just said. To me, it sounds trash. So I'm saying D. Cause just
but that's the thing. Nothing on the list is trash. It's just mid as fuck.
I stand by my decision. I stand by my decision.
Yeah, if you like, here, I'm not gonna fight you to put it in D. I'm not gonna fight you if you choose to put it in D. Cool. You put it in the F, cool. Bro. You could just shoot. You could shoot this shit off the list, and I'm cool with that too. Dang, but I'm just gonna stand by my point of that it's mid.
Okay.
So real quick. I don't know why I didn't send you that version of it, but on the left side where it said like where I got the grades, I have replaced the grades. I put in that bottom, don't waste your time. And the second part, I put meh. The third one I put solid game. The fourth one I put must play, and then the top one I put God tier. So,
okay, well, who said we can't change shit? Look.
Okay, you can change it.
Don't.
Yeah, so don't waste your time. That's for the D.
Time. And then what you say for C was what? Meh?
C was meh. Yep.
What is B? Good?
Solid game. Solid game.
Okay. Solid game.
A was must play.
Okay. And then S
must plays. And then S was God tier.
God tier. All right. So with that being said, we've updated our requirements or our rankings. So Corey, you're saying it's meh. But
I'm saying it's mid. Don't waste your time.
I can't put it on the line, bro. You gotta make a choice, Corey. You gotta make a choice, bro.
I mean, you can put it on the bottom, bro. Fuck it, bro.
Hey, there you go, bro. Stand on business.
Yeah, stand on.
It ain't my business to stand on because I ain't finished it, bro. That shit was just boring. Like,
there you go. You didn't want to waste your time. You didn't want to keep wasting your time. So you answered the question right there, bro.
That man said it ain't my business to stand on.
All right.
There's one game on this list. You
don't have to write that down. Yeah, you're good. Just keep it at STD. We know what it is.
Yeah, there's only one game on this list that I'm going to stand on business on. And I don't care what nobody say. It belongs in the greatest tier of all time. And yeah, there's only one game on this list I'm like that for. Because the other one, I feel like it's a consensus. It's elite. But the other one, I'm like, nah, bro, this shit is incredible.
Okay. So we're going to head to the next game. Wulong. Okay? Wulong. Okay? Not Wukong. Wulong. Very similar, though. So I have not played this game, but I've heard things. So, but Corey, you're our guest. What you got?
Oh my God. All right. I was upset when I saw this on the list, right? This is not a Souls game. It's not. It has Souls elements, but it is not a Souls game.
Yeah, people kept saying this was a Souls game. Like everyone was saying this is a Souls game.
It's not. It's like I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It's like if you want to call it, it's a really good action adventure game. Like that's exactly what it is. It's a mission based. And
So
also the thing about Souls games, they're not mission based technically. Usually they're not mission based. Usually they're not. And there's a few games on this list that fall in that category of like it's a mission that you go through. Like yeah, you can go back and explore areas and do stuff over again, but like for the most part, it's not. But it's on the list. I'm gonna give it a grade. It's for sure A. It's for sure A.
Yeah, people say it is though. People say that one is. So what you put that in the meh or solid game?
It's not like for sure A. It's like right below.
Okay, God tier. Okay, so it's a must play.
Right below.
Okay, so a must play. Okay, I've heard good things about it. I haven't played it yet, but I haven't heard anything really bad about it. So
I haven't either.
I'll take your word for it and say it's a must play.
Wait, Wukong, right? Or Wolong?
Wulong.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. You know what? I'll actually say, all right, Wolong is a Souls game. It's also mission based because it's made from the same people that made Neo. So it's like,
okay, yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so it is a Souls-like game, but it's also like it's interesting because the game puts emphasis. It's like Sekiro, where it puts heavy emphasis on parry. Like the game is a parry game, and a lot of Souls-like games is more so predicated on like dodging, rolling, learning a pattern. Nah, bro, like you cannot play Wolong if you can't parry. And I have like almost 200 hours in the game. Like I played a fuck ton of Wolong. I still play it to this day. Like I booted up just to run through missions and like have some fun. I actually streamed it probably like a couple weeks ago. I think I played for a little bit, but like, yeah, it's like it's a Souls-like game for sure. But it's so action based because it's like it's so parry heavy. To where like you can't beat some of the bosses if you can't parry, and like is that weird? You know what I mean? But I still think it belongs in A tier. Like it's a really good game. So it's an amazing game.
Okay.
But like it has performance. You know what? Nah, put it in B because the performance of the game is shit.
Oh, solid game.
Solid game. From the evidence I've been hearing, I would lean towards calling it just a solid game.
Yep. So
if you take out everything and just like the combat of the game, it is like some of the best combat I've ever played in the game. But the performance of the game is so terrible. Like there's legit some missions that I had to like skip doing shit in because the performance of the mission was so bad it was crashing my PC.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was really bad. Like on console, I hear it's really good. The console version, chef's kiss, it's very well. But on PC, oh, it runs like dog shit. And I ain't got no shitty rig either. Like it's kind of nuts.
All right.
Damn.
Well,
It's a solid game.
I guess we'll go because it'll be a solid game based on all that information. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go Wulong as a solid game. Okay, good, but not great, and it has its own issues. All right, next game.
Yeah.
Thymesia. Okay. Again, I don't know what the fuck that is. So, is it good?
Yes.
Okay. How good?
It's good. It's B. It's a B tier game.
Okay, it's a B tier.
Okay.
Okay, quick one.
Okay, solid game.
All right.
Solid game. Okay.
We're gonna take your word for it. We're gonna take your word.
B is good. That's good. B is good. B is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's one of those things. Like if you got $20 to burn, pick up Thymesia.
Okay.
Pick it up for $20.
Okay.
It's not super long. The problem with the game, and I think the reason why a lot of people didn't dive into it, is skill tree. And if you build your skill tree wrong to start the game, you're gonna have a really hard time beating it or like getting through the initial parts until you get enough for later. Because it's like it's not experience based. You get points as you go along, so you can't earn more points. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't overpower to get through the game.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one of those where it's like you have to build correctly in the initial part until you know how to play the game for sure. Then you can like do whatever you want. But
Gotcha. All right. Well, look, sounds like a good one. So a good solid game is Thymesia. So
yeah,
the next one, we have the Surge 1. The Surge 1. So how we feel about the Surge? C. It's meh.
C.
It's meh.
Yeah.
Dang, it's man. That man said, man.
Is that how
It reminds me of.
Do we feel the Surge 1 is a meh game?
Beasley, did you ever play the original Lords of the Fallen?
No.
Okay, if you played the original Lords of the Fallen, that's how I feel about the Surge. It's kind of like along the same veins of those, but like it's okay. It ain't nothing great.
Ain't nothing to go tell your friends about, pretty much.
Yeah, two for sure is like 2 is less of a Souls-like. They made it way more action based, but 1 definitely kind of felt Souls-like with just like dodge, parry, backstab, dodge, parry, backstab, and like some abilities here and there.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'll take it. And it seems the chat is pretty much in the same vein as either meh or it's Mike Rich said it's a D for him because he dropped the game completely. So
yeah, I'm not mad at it. If you put it in a D, bro, I ain't gonna fight you over it.
Put it in, man. We put it in, man. Because like I said, I don't have no point of reference, but we'll see. All right, so let's go to the sequel, Surge 2. Did it make any improvements? Did it get better?
That shit was it got better as a game, but it wasn't a Souls game.
Okay. So they changed.
They turned it into like more of an action adventure style game. Yeah, it just was less Souls like.
So it would still be mad.
Like yeah. It's like if you had to like put it like actually list it, it would be above the Surge 1, but still on the same tier.
Okay, like C+.
Yeah. Still C, but like high C.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so we'll keep it in the meh. So a good meh, extra light meh. So the Surge.
Yeah.
Surge a little meh all around. Okay. So going into actually we're gonna do this one because this is the first one of it, and then we'll go because I don't want to. I like going in order as far as like the Lord of the Game. So we'll go Jedi.
Yeah.
Let's do Jedi Fallen Order. Now I played this one. This game is good.
I didn't know
That's
that
the
was
first one, right?
This is the first one.
Yeah.
A tier. That shit was elite.
I didn't know that was Souls-like game. Like I really did not.
The first one was. And
really?
The first one is pretty much a Souls-like game.
Really?
Like, it is a Souls-like almost through and through. 2 is less Souls-like, more like, you know, more combat fun. You could do more cool shit with it, but it's less of a Souls-like.
Okay. Did not know that. I thought they were both like pretty much in the same, you know, action adventure type game. I did not know they were Souls-like games.
So going to Fallen Order again, and that makes sense, Corey, because like I remember when I first played Fallen Order, I picked it up and I stopped playing it because I was like, I don't know if I gel with this game, and I think it was because it was a Souls-like without me playing it. So I was like, I played it and I was like, this feels like a different type of game that I'm definitely not used to type of playing. So I put it down, and then and this is when I actually bought the game physically, and then I traded it in, and then down the line, I think it was like free on PlayStation Plus. And I said, let me just try this again, and I really like kind of got a grasp of it, and it ended up being one of my favorite games I ever played. And I ran through that game. I was like, I love this game. So it was on me. I just wasn't ready in my soul. But now.
The first one, the first one's one of those games where it's like if you can get through the beginning, it really is a fun ride.
Oh yeah,
like it's a fun ride and a very fun play, and that, to me, it actually has good replay value. Like you can go back and play through it multiple times and still have a good time.
Yeah,
like it is a real gem. Like if someone wants to put it in an S tier, that's cool. I don't know if I can put it all the way in S tier because once again, when the game came out, because I played day one, had terrible performance issues. It was a rough play, even on console, because I played it on PS4 start, and then I later ran through it again on PC.
Okay, so I think we've all determined that because we've all played.
I would say must play. I would say it's a must play.
It's definitely an A tier game. So Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're gonna put it A tier. Really, really good game. If you haven't played it, trust me. Don't do what I did. Play it. Don't wait. So now going into the next one, Jedi Survivor, which I'm guilty for not finishing this game, but I have started it, and I'm guilty.
You didn't play that one yet?
I haven't finished it. I've started it, but I have not finished it. It's in the backlog. But I will say this: that's
good. Another one, bro.
It's good.
It's a must play. It's a must play.
It's just a matter of time. It just got lost in the sauce. But I will tell you right now, based on what I've done so far, it's in that same vein. It's good. It's real good.
Yeah, so, it's high A tier. I don't know if I could put either game in S tier, but they're both real high A tier.
Yeah,
real high.
I 1,000% agree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. So the Jedi series, both must play. So if you ain't on that Jedi wave, you better get on it. All right. So back to the bottom of the list, we're gonna go with a game that B had some trouble with. I've never played this one because of how much B was kind of saying it was an issue, so I kind of stayed away from it. But Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Sekiro.
Okay,
they said that's a bad motherfucker.
Listen. I've always gave Sekiro its flowers. I see why it got the praise that it got. That shit just too hard for me. It's too difficult for me to play. Look. Man, hell no. That shit is entirely too difficult for me. But like again, the way the combat, the way it plays, everything about that game, I'm like, oh, I see why it got the flowers that it was getting because it's a top tier game. It's just it just ain't for me, bro. That shit was too hard.
I have to put Sekiro in God tier. Like,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it being God tier.
I have so many gripes about Sekiro, but when I put my own personal gripes aside, it's a S tier game, man. Like top to bottom, when you boot it up from the moment, it feels like you're playing an anime. Every fight feels intense. Everything feels with the purpose. Like from the design of the game, the look of the game, the feel of the game, everything about it is incredible. And when you do get the hang of the combat, when you do get the hang of it, it is like you can speed run through that shit in a couple hours, no problem. Like once you got the hang of the combat. But like that first playthrough it truly is a magical experience, that first run.
Man, I hate I didn't experience that because
secret bosses and like the hidden fights and shit. And then if you really want to amp up the difficulty, you do not take the Kuro Charm they give you. So the Kuro Charm in the game, it basically makes it easier to parry and block attacks. You can actually choose not to use it and like don't accept it as a gift and make the game a little bit harder. Doing a no Kuro Charm run, buddy. You want to talk about a humbling experience? You have to play perfect damn near on every single boss just to win. Like it really is it's a truly amazing game.
Okay. Well, look, we gonna take you. As I said, I haven't played it based on the horror stories I heard from B, but you've made a good case, Corey, and I'm pretty sure. And the chat is also agreeing with you. They're saying this is an S tier game. So
horror stories, bro.
So we gonna put it in God tier. You know, look, B just need to get better.
Man, I almost threw my controller at the damn TV, man. That's how it's.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Sekiro was probably like the first Souls like I had played in like a long time. Like probably since like Demon Souls 2, I want to say. And then like I got to that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I rage quit like a motherfucker, bro. It took me like I probably stopped and started it about a good 5 to 7 times. Cause I was like, man, fuck this shit, bro. Like I ain't had time. But then I was like, man, I'm gonna just power through this motherfucker. And then that Sekiro was kind of the one that got me back into Soulslike. Like Bloodborne was my very first Soulslike game. But Sekiro was the one like later years down the line. I was like, oh yeah, let me tap in and you know what I'm saying, see what this is about.
I feel like if I was younger, I feel like if I was in my 20s, I would have muscled out this game. But playing this game in my 40s, bro, I was like, yeah, nope, this is too much. Now, like I said, I feel the younger me, I would have conquered Sekiro. I would have conquered that shit. But
bro, do that shit this year, bro. Knock it out this year.
I can't do.
You got it, bro.
I can't do that shit.
You got it, bro.
Is it a difficulty I can
believe in himself?
Is it a difficulty I can notch it down?
No. The only difficulty in the game is do you want to use Kuro Charm or not? That's it.
Damn.
Better get that charm.
That's it.
Nah, I'm straight, bro.
Get that damn charm.
You better get that damn charm.
I mean, BZ probably got the charm because most people don't know to not take it. So.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
That's
Sekiro, our first God tier / S tier game.
Bro.
All right. So moving on, we got Remnant. Okay, the first Remnant. How we feeling about that? Ooh, he hit it.
First Remnant because it's the first shooter that's on our list, but it definitely for sure is a Souls-like style game. Man, Remnant got it. Like the first one, easy high A.
Okay.
I played the second one thoroughly, and when I went back and played the first one, I was like, okay, the improvements was there. So I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a solid. I would give 2 a must play, but I would give Remnant is a solid game. I would give it a B.
I will actually put. You know what? You're right. I put 1 in B. The reason I think I put it in an A though is because it was one of the few games that was truly co-op start to finish. As far as like you can you and legit another person is running together, homies, doing it together. Yeah, like and that's a really good experience. But 2, what 2 does to increase on 1, oh man, it's like leaps and bounds better. But like they still kept about 1 what was great. You know what I'm saying? And they just expanded upon that. Like 2 is a fun game, man. I really enjoyed 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, man. Yeah, 2. I played that. I played that game thoroughly.
Okay.
And the DLC expansion for it.
I haven't ran through all the DLCs yet just because backlog life, but I was actually waiting to get it on PC, and I'm gonna wait until they drop like a total collector's edition, or 100% ultimate edition with all the DLC together. I'm planning on getting it in, and I'll run through the DLC.
All right, so based on this, so Corey's saying it's an A game, B says it's a B game. Chat is saying it's a B game based on the votes. One higher than. So I got no horse in the race in this one because I've never played Remnant. So
one is a B, one's a B.
So we're gonna go with B. Okay, so we're gonna make it since it's Remnant 1, solid B, solid game. All right. So with that being said, based on the evidence, y'all said Remnant 2 is definitely an improvement. So you said Remnant 2.
Yeah, it's a must play.
So we gotta put that in A tier. Okay, so we'll put that in A tier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's quite S. It's probably an S when you include the DLC and everything.
Yeah.
But the base game itself, for sure, A.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got both Remnants. So Remnant 1, solid game, B tier. Remnant 2, must play, A tier. Okay. Moving on. Okay, another series we got Neo. Okay. So Neo 1. How we feeling about Neo?
I played the first one. I haven't played the second one, but the first one I would give it. I'm somewhere in between B and A, solid or game or must play. I'm in that realm.
Okay.
One, I would give a B.
I'll give it a B.
I will give Neo a B. I've played the first Neo. And
you played the first Neo? Yeah, I played the first Neo.
I'll give it a B.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at a solid game.
Okay, it's a solid game. Chat, what y'all saying? Because the poll is up for Neo. I think y'all are also going to probably agree with us saying that it is a solid game. As we put it in here. All right. Yeah, that's what I think we're going to lean towards that on the chat as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Neo. All right, so Neo 2. Did not play this one, but how you
didn't play this one either.
Okay, cool.
Elite. Whoa. I'm playing through it again right now. Elite.
Ooh, so it's a S tier for you?
Hold on, give me a second. Neo 2 S tier.
Hold on, let me think.
Hold on for me.
The combat, yes, but as a total package, no.
So it must play.
It will go in A for sure. Yeah, Neo, like if you just want a super fun game as far as like experiment with crazy builds and different weapons and like chaining different combos together and like basically you can stun lock a boss and go crazy on. Like Neo 2 is probably the most creative game on this list.
Okay.
Probably the most creative.
Okay, so and I'm looking at the chat. Okay, well the poll for Neo 1. Yeah, Diogen, if you can make
can you make the poll lower, shorter? Yeah, you can make them shorter.
You can make them as short as possible. Make them a minute or something like that. That would be cool. I don't know how long you got them for now. Because that Neo 1's still going. Let's see if I can hold on. Yeah. But
you said 2 is a must play.
2 is a must play. I haven't played it. B hasn't played it. And then we talk about 2 games together. Yeah, we it kind of spills over sometimes. But yeah, just chat. You can also chime in as we're talking about it too before the polls come up. But I think we're gonna go with Corey. So Corey, you're saying it's a must play as an A tier?
Yeah, it's a must. Neo 2 is a must play for sure.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. So don't worry about the Neo poll. We're gonna move on to the next one. All right. So
it's getting thin. Oh man.
All right, we have the last row right here. All right, here we go.
Oh man.
All right, Mortal Shell. C.
He said C quick. So that's the man. He put that in the man.
All right, and I saw somebody earlier in the chat saying the same thing about Mortal Shell, that it's a very mid game too. So I haven't played it.
So the thing about Mortal Shell, right, is from a very small team. Mm-hmm. It was a very small team's attempt at making a Souls-like game. And for what that small team accomplished, chef's kiss. Like they really did put a unique spin on the Souls genre. But the game, you could tell if they had a bigger budget, the game would be better. Mm-hmm. But for what they did and for what it is, like in terms of the studio, you got to give it like a B. But like just taking the fact that it was a small studio out, it's a C game. Like, if you play it, cool. If you don't, you're not missing nothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I don't. But I will say I don't think you will waste your time going through a playthrough because a perk of the game it is a short run. It's a short play.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, and it seems like the chat is also in agreement. It's a C, so we're gonna put it in mass. So Mortal Shell. If they had a little bit more money in the pocket, it could have been solid. But now it's just
It'd have been solid.
all right. All right. Next one up, Lords of the Fallen. Okay, Lords of
Which one?
I only got one
That's
game
two.
here, so I'm assuming.
Are you talking about the new one, BZ?
I think that's the
That's the newest one, right? You're probably talking about the newest one.
Yeah, it might be the newest one. Hold on.
Because you have Lords of the Fallen, and then you have the Lords of the Fallen, which that's the newer one.
Okay, so
can you see the artwork?
I'm looking at the artwork. So hold on, let me see. So that was.
I think that's.
Oh, let's double check.
I didn't even know it was two of them. I didn't even know. I
think it's the original 2020. This is 2023. Hold on.
Okay, that's the new one. That's the new one.
Hold on. Let me double check.
That's the new one. If it's 2023,
someone, Robin got said he think that. Yeah, agent said that's the new one. That's in that image.
Yeah. That's the new one. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so that's the new one.
2023.
Yeah. All right. This is one of the ones that I'm like, man, it's such a beautiful game, but after all the work they put in, I think the game up to this date has had like 80 something patches with like 15 major patches and improvements to the game.
Damn.
It's a really good A tier. I don't think it's for it would not be on my recommended list of Soulslikes to pick up. It will only be on something I'm like, if you played them all and you're looking for a challenge, not a difficulty challenge, it is a challenge because the way the game is designed is a fucking chore. Like you basically, so imagine you playing through a game, right? But you have to play through it twice, every playthrough. And the checkpoints are super limited and fast traveling isn't as easy. And trying to find the perfect drops and like it really is a chore to play. It is not an easy pickup. Let's hop into this. But when you get the hang of it, the combat is kind of fun. It's kind of cool, but it feels like it's very for what they put so much into the environment and the exploration part. I felt like they handicapped you on how you actually play the game. So I will be here for a second one. So if they make a 2 and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna take out all the trash ideas and put in a good one, I think they might have a god tier game on their hands. But for what it is right now, like the packaging is today, if you go buy it, I give it a high B, low A, like anywhere on there. I don't think it's a must play though.
Okay.
At launch, that shit was a C for sure. It was terrible.
Ooh man, damn.
Yeah, at launch,
it came back. It came back and got stronger. Got better.
It was once again performance issues, man. They dropped the game that looked amazing and really took advantage of like it was one of the few games I think they was like, yeah, you gotta have like recommended like a 30 series to play minimum, something like that. So it was like it was really taxing on PCs no matter what, like poor performance, like. But I booted it up maybe like a month or 2 ago, something like that, to test out some of the updates, and it's cool. Like it plays much better. Like when you're fighting, it's fun,
Gotcha.
All right, so we'll have it lie in the solid game category.
Yeah, it's solid.
All right, so Lords of the Fallen gets a B tier solid. That's what the chat also voted on. Okay, next up. Okay, I know this one. I fuck with this one. Lies of P. Woo-wee.
God tier. God tier.
Yeah,
this
3 all
game,
time.
I don't care what nobody says.
Right
top
here.
3.
I love Lies of P, bro.
I put B onto this joint, Corey. I put B onto this joint.
You sure did, bro. You put me onto that joint.
Because so what happened was I was like, I played this on Xbox on Game Pass. So I was like, let me try this Lies of P out. Let me see what it's talking about. I didn't know it was a Souls-like game. I thought it was just like an action adventure style game. Because again, I don't pay attention. So when I first started playing it, I was like, man, this game is tough. And I was like, wait a minute, let me look more into this game. And I realized it was like a Souls-like. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna give up. I said, I'm not gonna give up on this one. So I dug down deep like the warrior I was, and I really went through the game. And the further I went into the game, the more I just started to fall in love with this game. And I'm like, man, this is a good ass game, bro. And that's when B said he wanted to play. I'm like, bro, play that game. And when B played it and he was on it, I was like, yeah. So God tier.
I bought the collector's edition.
Yeah,
I have the artwork book.
Man,
goddamn. Like I on YouTube, I have a legit 100% walkthrough of the game. That's how much I care. I made a guide for the game.
Yeah, God tier, bro.
Like God
tier game, bro.
God.
When that DLC drop, ooh, I need it.
We will be.
I can't wait. We eating, dog. We eating.
Lies of P.
We are eating.
It is my second favorite Souls-like game of all time.
It's so good, and I was like, I did not expect.
Yeah, it is my second favorite.
It's so well made. I'm like, I can't believe how like when you get someone who doesn't really play Souls game to really champion a game like this. That's how good it is. Because like if I was like Corey and I played Souls like, because I'm just kind of like I said getting into the Souls like genre, but I immediately something drew me to this game because it was I couldn't put it down. Even when I tried to, I said, I got to go back to this. I got to get into this because like it just had so much to it. And when it finally clicked with me, I was like, oh man, like I can't. I was mad that the game was over. I was like, oh.
Yeah, bro.
So
yeah, that shit is. I've probably got about.
God tier.
I'm in probably like 18 playthroughs of the game. Like I got one save file that's maxed out at like 10 playthroughs, so I got a character level 100, and then I got like 2 other save files, like one that I did for like the guy, one I got for like Steam Deck only. Like that is my comfort game now. Like I boot it up and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just play through a couple levels, couple bosses, and like put it down and come back to it.
It's that good. It's just that good.
To me, yeah, man. It is.
It really is. So yeah, Nas P definitely God tier. All right, moving on. B was just talking about this on episode part 1. The first Berserker, Kazan. All right, B, you fresh with it? How you feeling?
I'm still fresh. I literally just got finished fighting Viper. So, but I feel like it's a must play, but I feel like later on down the line I might say it's God tier. I love it, but I'm gonna say must play as of right now. It's definitely a must. I was telling you got to play it, bro. Like you got to play it.
Yeah, I'm not all the way through yet. I'm probably about like 40-50% of the way through. Yeah, where I stand right now is
like 11%. Yeah, I'm like 11%.
Yeah, it's for sure. Yeah, I've been traveling for work, bro, so it's been hard to play.
Yeah,
it's for sure. It's one of those where it's like, man, like when you get the combat flowing and you get your abilities and your skills and you figure shit out, bro, it is such a good time.
Hey Corey, for me right now, the spear is my go-to right now. That's my weapon of choice right now is the spear.
I'm just running straight dual wield, and I plan on doing a playthrough where every weapon is the main one. So I'm just gonna go on with the dual wield right now because that's traditionally.
Well, that's what they started you off with. That's what they started you off with is the.
No, I'm talking about the character itself.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so like slight lore. If y'all don't know where First Berserker comes from, it comes from Dungeon Fighter Online, which is a MMO. Oh, and I didn't know. Berserker is a class. So there's like 16 classes, and within each class is like 4 to 5 subclasses. So Berserker is a subclass of a class, and the way the character works is like they actually can use their own health to damage and buff their own damage, but they can also gain that health back. And they have like a bunch of different arsenal of weapons, which is why you see the spear, the great sword, dual wield. Like they got all different types of cool shit.
Never knew that. That's good information.
Right. So it's like if you go back and you want to, it's a free MMO. Like it's not hard to get into if you just want to dabble with it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then they dropped the fighting game 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago they dropped DNF Duel. Berserker in that game was pretty OP. And well, it wasn't OP. It was really good, like a really fun, cool character. So when they announced this game, I was like, okay, I want to see how they're going to handle it because technically he is an OP character. He has self heals, like he doesn't die. You know what I'm saying? So I like the way they took this approach. And the game actually is pretty difficult. Like it's not an easy playthrough, but it's fun though. It's challenging, fun, but it's also not easy. But I also feel like it's one of those where it's like after you play through a few times, it's a cakewalk to go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely getting used to the combat and the parrying and stuff.
Yeah, once you get down to that and you learn the bosses like patterns, mannerisms and stuff, it's not that bad. And it's kind of cool because they work you up. So it's like you get like a mini version of a big boss, and then you get to the big boss and you throw you some surprises. And then after you beat that big boss, there's like mini versions of them later down the line that you'll run through just if you go through the levels. And it's like, oh, I know what they do. So like it's kind of cool how they incorporated that.
Okay. All right. So based on all that, so y'all are still pretty much early to a midway through the games. I feel
like it might be God tier once I
it's too early to call. So
man,
y'all at this point, y'all are at
A tier for sure though. A tier for sure.
Okay. So
yeah, must play.
All right, must play pending its God tier status when y'all finish the game. And I'm gonna try to, like I said, I put it on my list of games to play because I saw a little bit what B was doing on this clip. It looks really cool, so I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind. All right, next one up. This is one I'm finally into this one. B was champion. This game's been out forever. It was the talk of the town. What, about a year or two ago? It was the hottest thing in the streets.
It was the talk of the town last year with the DLC.
And the DLC, the original and the DLC. Talk of the town twice.
It don't even need an introduction, bro. It doesn't even need an introduction.
Yeah, man.
Just put God tier and just let's leave it alone.
Man.
Man. You got to talk about a Souls game that sold 20 million copies in the first year, bro. Like that genre don't do that. You know what I mean? Like
Elden Ring. Yeah. Look, I'm now officially an Elden Ring player, and
you're an Elden Lord. Okay,
I'm an Elden Lord. And I'm enjoying my time. I'm having a good time out there. I've been getting my ass whooped, but I also been whipping ass. Okay, so I know where to go, and I know what blocks to go to and what blocks not to go to. Okay, so
yeah, man. Yeah, my only complaint with Elden Ring is that going through having multiple playthroughs is the game is a chore. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to like, I'm gonna go boot up another, a fresh save and run through it.
Open world, man.
Yeah, it is a lot to it. Yeah, I realized
that first playthrough was magical.
Bruh, with a hell of an experience.
Yeah, the first run, bro. Oh my god, bro.
The way I whooped
up on Milena, the characters.
Yeah, I whooped up on Milena. I got footage of that. Got footage of it, bro.
All right, moving on to the next one. Demon Souls.
Which one?
I guess the latest one.
OG or the remake?
I think it's the. Is it the remake? I'm looking at the clip right. I'm looking at the image right here. I'm thinking this is the one that came out recently.
All right, if it's the remake, it's a. Oh, see, I want to say. All right, this may sound crazy, right? But I think to this day, I still stand with Demon Souls running at pure 4K. Might be the most beautiful game you'll ever see on a PS5 right now. Like, as far as looks and how the game looks, it is amazing. It is beautiful. But it's still the original Demon Souls. So I give it like an A. It's for sure a must play.
Okay. So Demon Souls is sitting on my console. Have not played it yet. I downloaded it when it was, I think it was included in PS Plus for a free game. And it's been sitting there and it's still sitting there. And eventually...
You gotta play it, dude. It's so good.
I know
it's so good.
Backlog problems. I know, bro. Like it'll get there, but it's like, man, like I've heard. I think that's before I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to play a Soulslike game. But then after I started playing other ones, I'm like, I think I can do these games. It's just the time. But I think what Soulslike games to me is it's the time you got to put into them, and it's like I wish I had more time to really sit and just sink hours into it to really immerse myself in the experience. So. That's why I'm like apprehensive to like start certain games because like I know I gotta really put that time in. So that's why it took me so long to get to Elden Ring because I was like, I know it's a time thing.
The beautiful part of most Souls-like games is like that first run is for sure going to take you a while, but after that, the replay value is so high because you can go through a clear in like a few hours or like a weekend. You know, like I want to say I think I've timed my Liza P playthrough. Like no skips, 100% straight through. I got it in under 12 hours, a fresh save file. Like beginning to end, I can get in under 12 hours. So it's like Sekiro. I can beat Sekiro. I think I beat it in like 6 hours, something like that.
Damn.
If you don't do all the bosses, like what I'll do is like 6 hours, something like that. Like you can for sure get through a lot of Souls-like games. Like, oh yeah, I booted up and go through a fresh save and like not too bad when you know where to go and get stuff. Right. But that one right there, Demon Souls, is for sure your first playthrough. You're gonna spend about 60 to 80 hours probably. So it's an experience.
All right. Okay. So with that being said, where does it lie? Is it a must play?
It's a must play. Yeah, it's for sure a must play. It's where it started.
No, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm about to say. I think that's where kind of that name Soulslike.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
Quick lore: they renamed They renamed it to Dark Souls because Demon Souls was actually so incredibly difficult when it released that people was returning the game, and it actually did not sell well. It did not sell well. But the game picked up a cult following over years, and it actually became a really good thing of like, oh my God, can you try to beat like the hardest game ever? And then they was like, well, we want to make another one and do it better, but we're scared that if we call it Demon Souls 2, no one will buy it. So they renamed it Dark Souls, and it's basically just Demon. So Dark Souls 1 is technically Demon Souls 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 1, where does that lie?
It's a B.
A B. Okay.
Solid game.
Yeah, it's solid.
Okay. I have not played any of the Dark Souls, so we can trust Corey on these.
I mean, it's a half. I played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne, and I was just like, man, and Sekiro. That's what kind of I was like, man, damn Souls-like games.
So yeah, so chat is up. A poll is up for the chat too. So they're saying it's a solid game. You're saying it's a solid game. It looks like we're going solid game. So Dark Souls 1, solid game. So with that being said, Dark Souls 2. Also solid, or is it a better, or is it worse?
Dark Souls 2 probably has the best bosses out of the Dark Souls series.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think the actual bosses in Dark Souls 2 is probably better than 1 and 3, in my opinion.
Okay.
But the gameplay ain't better than 3. It's an A because the bosses are so good. It's like I want everyone to experience those like at least once.
Okay, so the bosses is what make it must play for our Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, the bosses is what make Dark Souls 2 a must play. Dark Souls 3 is for sure a much easier game, and a lot of people didn't like that. But when they dropped the DLC for Dark Souls 3, oh buddy, that gave you your difficulty spike right there.
That man said, "Oh buddy."
Yeah, oh buddy.
Hold on to your horses. Okay, so we're gonna go Dark Souls.
Hold on to your knickers.
Hold on. All right, so we got Dark Souls 2 is also a must play.
Yeah, it's a must play.
Okay, so and then
1 is solid. B is a must play.
Okay, so going back to 3. So you said 3 was easier initially, so it was an easier game
initially.
Not as good boss fights as 2, but the DLC gave you that difficulty bump. Did it also give you better boss fights in the DLC?
It did. Yes. The DLC of Dark Souls 3 is way superior to the main game. So when you put it as a total package, in my opinion, I would say A, but it's kind of teetering like that S tier line. Like it's almost there. Like if you put Demon Souls 2 bosses in DS3 gameplay, that's like an S tier game. Gotcha. But like, so like, yeah, I wish they do that. Just throw all the bosses from Demon Souls 1, 2, and 3 into Demon Souls 3 gameplay. Oh man, you got an S tier game. And the same.
Hey, well, if they make a Dark Souls 4, that might be the blueprint right there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So with that being said, Dark Souls 3 would be an A tier must play game based off that. But if it just had them boss fights, it'd be God tier.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So that's going to do it for the Dark Souls series. So moving on, we are going to go to Code Vein. All right. Code Vein. Never played it, but I've heard things. But Corey, how you feel about Code Vein?
Code Vein is we don't get Lies of P without Code Vein. I know this sounds crazy, but we don't get Lies of P without Code Vein. Lies of P was an anime attempt at Bloodborne with a different type of depth to it and building. And I actually think it is really good with some really good boss fights. I think the fact that it's anime themed based turns a lot of people off.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually will put it in must play.
Okay.
Like it's thick. It is if you like parries, you like dodging, you like sick weapons, you like cool abilities. Like it has it all. It's the fact that it's just an anime game, and I feel like a lot of people were kind of like, eh. But it's like, so to me, it's a must play. To me personally.
Gotcha. B, have you played Code Vein?
No.
Okay, neither have I. So basically, the real drawback to it, based on just it's an aesthetic thing, based on just it doesn't look the way I want my Souls games to look, but
Yeah,
gameplay wise, it checks all the boxes.
Yeah, the term for the game was Weeb Souls. That's what it was called when it came out. People was like, "Oh, what's this?" They was like, "Oh, it's Weeb Souls." And then don't get me wrong, I saw that too, and I was like, "Eh." But then they had a demo or a tech test or something, and I played it, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is everything I love about Bloodborne. It's just a different take on it. It's like its own thing."
Okay, so you would put it? Would you put it in the must play, like you said, or
Yeah. It's not S. I don't think it's S tier, but it's for sure in the must play for me.
Okay. What's crazy is in the chat they're giving it a C. They're saying it's meh.
Damn.
So and me and B haven't played. So how about this? So I like to be diplomatic. So Corey's all about it. He's saying it's a must play, but y'all are saying it's meh. Me and B got no horse in the race, but I think we're gonna lie it in a solid game. Is that how everybody cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that, bro.
All right, cool.
Like I said, I'm not. There's only 2 games on this list I'm fighting people over, and Code Vein is not one of them. Y'all know Liza P. I will fight anyone over Liza P.
Hey, I will too, bro. We jumping niggas for Liza P. On the set.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. 6 hands, 6 feet. What's up?
Hey, bro, all day.
All right, 2 more.
All right, here we go. Now, Corey was just talking about this one, but we got it up here. Bloodborne. Okay, Bloodborne.
Number 1.
Number one
on the list. Number 1 on the list. Not even close.
Not the same. I give it the same reason for Sekiro, because I played this and I was like, man, the hell, I was ready to drop kick my damn wall. But I understand and see why it got the praise that it got. I mean, I can see dope boss designs, like everything I can see, but no, not for me. But I'm not mad if it's God tier. I'm not mad if it's God tier.
Story, boss fights, gameplay,
I'm
a sick main character design.
It's there. Everything is there.
It has it all, bro. It has it all. Oh my god, the DLC was incredible. Like, oh my, bruh. Yeah. The biggest knock to Bloodborne is that we don't have a current version of it. You have to go play the PS4 30 frames per second terrible version. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I play through Bloodborne like once a year. I booted it up a few months ago to start a fresh save, and I was like, God damn, this is rough. I was like, shit, like coming from playing Live P and all these newer games, you try to go boot up Bloodborne after your eyes ain't adjusted. Oh, you're gonna be struggling, buddy. But like, it is still by far the best Souls-like game, in my opinion.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it being God tier. Not mad at it at God tier at all.
Yeah,
I actually think it's in the tier of his own. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow.
Damn.
I don't think there's a single. The only other game on this list to me that could come close to Bloodborne would be Liza P, and even then, it's kind of far off. It's far off. Like, it's a distant second to me personally. Like, I get what Elden Ring did. Elden Ring did amazing things for the genre. Like, it kind of catapulted the genre into mainstream to where like older games started getting sales, and people's like, oh, let's play this one, let's do this one. Like, I get it. Like, I perfectly get it. But as an actual video game, it don't get no better than Bloodborne.
Right. I mean, it seems like across the board, that's how it feels. Like, I haven't played Bloodborne, but I'm gonna take everybody's word for it because the chat is saying S tier.
Play it. Play it. You got a PlayStation. It's free on PlayStation. Just play it. If you can play through Liza P, you can play through Bloodborne, because I actually think Liza P is a harder game than Bloodborne because of the parry mechanic.
Gotcha.
Because of the parry mechanic, Liza P is harder. Bloodborne, you just have to dodge. You don't really have to parry at all. The only parry in the game is kind of like you do posture with the gun, where you can shoot them and stuff like that. And I think some weapons might have a parry mechanic, but like, I actually think Liza P combat is harder than Bloodborne is.
Really?
I think if you go on difficulty, I think Sekiro is the hardest game on this list.
Oh,
Sekiro is by far the hardest game on his list.
Yeah, by far.
And I would probably say
Demon Souls is hard for me too. Demon Souls.
Yeah, Demon Souls 1 probably. I don't think Lies of P is harder than Sekiro. I think Sekiro is harder, but I would not fault anyone that's saying Lies of P is hard because you do have to learn the parry mechanic. And the game is very unforgiving to you your first playthrough because you're going to be overweight as far as your character equipment load. So you're not going to be as light in the roll and shit, not going to be as effective. So it is a big skill check. It's a really big skill check.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man.
All right, okay. And we got our final game. The one, the only, Black Myth Wukong.
Not a Souls game.
I don't think it is either. And
I didn't think it was either.
And I love this game. This is an S tier game in general, but is it? I know for a fact it's not a Souls game. So
it's not. Isn't the same.
I don't know how to rank this because like it is a God tier game, but it's not a God tier Souls game because it's not a Souls game. So
yeah,
do I?
It's in the same category. It's in the same category as like the second Jedi, the second Jedi game.
Yeah,
like yeah, it's closer to that. It's closer to Neo because Neo technically is a Souls game too, but also like Neo, Wolong, Black Myth Wukong, the second Jedi joint. Like all of those are like they're real heavy action games with Souls-like elements. And like even the people that made Black Myth Wukong came out and said, "Hey y'all, this isn't a Souls-like. I hope you're not expecting a Souls-like experience." Like, yeah, we got some Souls-like elements, but like, but it's good though. Like it's an S tier game.
I thought it was more of an action type. Yeah, it's definitely God tier. Maybe that's my bias speaking, but because my love for the game, but it's up there.
My biggest knock to. Yeah, like the same knock I have on Sekiro, I have on Wukong is that you only get one weapon. So it's kind of like Sekiro. I got bored halfway through because I was like, damn, I don't got nothing else to do or try. You know what I mean? Like I'm just using this one simple ass blade. And I kind of felt the same way about Wukong. Like halfway through, I was like, man, I'm just ready for this shit to be over because like I'm bored. I don't got nothing new to try. And like you kind of know what abilities and stuff is good off rip. And like the game has a lot of bloat in the abilities, like a lot of ability bloat. So it's kind of like, yeah, you do the same shit over and over. And the game is kind of designed for that. But it's a sick game though. Don't get me wrong. It is super sick.
So
that final boss fight, special.
Oh yeah, that was a moment. I love that. That whole
sequence, special.
That whole sequence in the end, man. And then
the real end.
No, the real. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. I felt not the fake end, the real end. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is special, boy. I tell you.
So, with that being said, I still put the game itself in God tier because I just absolutely love.
Me too.
Even though Souls-like or not, that game, when I tell you, when I picked up that game, I did not put that game down until I was done.
Yeah, I thought Black Myth was more like God, like I thought it was action adventure, like God of War.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was definitely closer to God of War.
For sure. All right, so, I mean, look, I'm going God tier. B's going God tier. You cool with that, Corey, with God tier?
Hey man, it don't belong in no tier less than God tier. It really don't, to be honest.
All right, and there it is. Okay, so we got the list locked in. We're gonna go over it one more time. So from the bottom, don't waste your time with I ain't even gonna say it, but the sacrifice of something, redemption. Okay, look, you need to redeem yourself from life. All right, but then we go into Meh, which is C tier, which is both Surge games, Surge 1 and 2, and also Mortal Shell. Solid game list, we have Dark Souls, Code Vein, Lords of the Fallen, Neo, Remnant, Thymesia, and I don't know what that very first one is. I forgot what the first one was. Somebody help me out. And the very first one. Is that Souls?
Begin with it.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think that was the first one. Yeah. I think so. And then at Must Play, we got that was Dark Souls. That was a Dark Souls game. That was Dark Souls 2. Or Dark Souls 1, I believe. And then in Must Play, we have Dark Souls 2 and 3. We have Demon Souls, the first Berserker Kazan, Neo 2, Remnant 2, Jedi Survivor, and Jedi Fallen Order. All those are A tier must play. And then in God tier, we have Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Lies of P, Sekiro, and Black Myth Wukong. Okay.
Seems pretty accurate.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
The solid game was Wulong. Wulong was the first one I forgot. So yeah, Wulong was a solid game. But yeah, that's a good list. It's a good list. Hey.
Yeah, man, go out and buy some of those if you ain't got them on your list.
There you go. So now you got a good, clear list. If you want to get into the Souls-like genre, now you have a good, clear list of what games to start with, what games to play, and what games to completely avoid or just get to it when you feel like getting to it. But yeah, I'm not against this list. I like it. I mean, there's definitely some games that I haven't played yet, but the ones that I have played, I for sure know that they belong in the spot that they belong in. So Corey, I appreciate you coming through and making sure we iron this thing out the proper way, because you know what you're talking about. So we needed your expertise for this list to make sure it's official.
Hey, y'all know some stuff, man. Y'all clicking and ticking. You know what I mean? Y'all not new to the genre. You know, you just joining on to some of the bandwagons late. You know what I mean? But y'all know the good stuff. That's really all that matters. You know the good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always got to know about the good shit. All right. But
appreciate you, Corey, man. Thank you, sir, for coming through, man.
Yeah, hey, man. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Hey, anything you want to promote? Like, let us know what you got going on.
Yep. Yeah, anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
No, man. Y'all can fuck with me on Twitch at CoreyBliss, YouTube at CoreyBliss, Twitter at CoreyBliss. I'm at CoreyBliss on everything besides Instagram. So Instagram is Bliss is dope. But yeah, y'all can fuck with me. I'm usually streaming when I'm home. I travel a lot for work, so play a lot of Pokemon, a lot of fighting games, a lot of Soulslike, of course. So
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
All right, Corey. Well, we appreciate you again for coming through and helping us out with this tier list. Make sure y'all check out Corey on all of his socials and his Twitch. Make sure you pop into his stream, say what's up, let them know where you came from. And Corey, enjoy yourself out there in Texas. Now you're going to be bored again, bro.
Hey, man, I'm hoping I can come on tomorrow night.
Go get you some barbecue or something, bro. Go get you some barbecue or something. I don't know.
Look, I've been out here 3 times in the last 4 months, bro. I want to stay home.
Oh, I feel it. I know what that's like, bro. I know exactly what that's like, man. Well, safe travels back home, bro. When you finally do make it back home,
man. Safe travels, brother. Safe travels.
Appreciate it, fellas.
All right, man.
All right.
Deuce.
All right.
And no question. We ran over super late.
We super over time. So we gonna skip questions this week, y'all. You got a guest. You got a guest this week. We got a guest. So we got other people. You don't need no questions.
Right.
So save your questions for next episode, y'all. But we appreciate Corey coming through. It's good to have a guest on the show, giving us another perspective. Coming through for the Souls-like tier list. Good time. And as always, we appreciate y'all for coming through and staying with us, even though we ran a little over time. It's a little late. Appreciate everybody. It's fine. Oh yeah, we appreciate y'all for sticking around. Thank you, Diogo, for putting up the polls for the tier list as always. And
thank you, Barry and Robert guy helping with the Souls list as well. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. And yeah, and that's pretty much all we got for part 2. So B, go ahead and close this thing on out and let them know what it is.
All right, y'all. So yes, again, as always, if you watch this live, thank y'all for sticking with us for this 2 hours plus. But wherever you get your podcast, it'll be up Friday. Part 2 will be up next Friday. Where we discussed. You got to listen to it. If you listen to part 2, we did all the Soul Games tier list. So hopefully you let us know if you agreed with it, disagreed, and whatnot. And then you can catch it on YouTube if you missed the actual video too on Twitch. So make sure you can catch it on YouTube as well and wherever you get your podcast. So for myself, with Granddad Willie, we will see y'all 2 weeks for the streaming. Gaming, I guess I'm gonna have to hold it down solo again for the gaming streaming.
So maybe, bro. I ain't hearing it in your tone, bro. I'm trying to guilt trip me.
Maybe I might do a Rivals season 2. Maybe I might do that with the community again. So if y'all down to play Marvel Rivals with me, man, just let me know in Discord, and we'll make it happen again, man. That was fun. I hit up my nephew too, because I'm pretty sure he'll be down. So all right, y'all, we will see y'all then, and I'll see y'all for gaming. Peace
out, y'all.